Oh boy. So welcome back to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It's your host with the most. You know, a lot of the times you hear about deportation, you're thinking someone's getting deported from, say, the United Kingdom to Jamaica or from the US or Canada. But this one is in reverse. This is two brothers being deported from Jamaica to the UK. Now, of course, a lot of people are going to say they have nothing to worry about. They're going to be in a first world country where all their needs can be met, ample resources to better themselves, etc., etc. But let's hear the whole story, though. All right? So, according to the Jamaica Gleaner, two British nationals are set to be deported from Jamaica back to their homeland after overstaying on the island for more than 20 years. The brothers, Akeem Bonnie, 26, and Jason Bonnie, 24, they were picked up in the ZOSO, Zones of Special Operations sweep in Denhamtown, Kingston, after which police personnel realized that they were not Jamaican nationals. According to the police, based on the boys' passports, they were only allotted 2 months to stay in the country when Akim and Jason arrived in November of 1995 and February of 1997, respectively. So, I'm guessing their mom went to Jamaica, brought one child with her, and then decided to bring the other child from England to be with them as well. When they appeared before the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court, Akeem, who also spoke on his brother's behalf, said that they were brought to Jamaica at a tender age, but had no say in where they lived. Their mother, who was responsible for bringing them to Jamaica, moved in with her man, her spouse, and abandoned her children with their grandmother, who could provide little to no help in getting them home. That's funny. Let me tell you something. I live in Florida, right? And right down the street from my house, there's this gorgeous 2-story house. It's about 4 houses away from my house. And one day, this girl, a white girl, came out the house and she knocked on my house door and she said, could you please could you give me a ride somewhere? And my wife's looking at me like, you're really gonna leave the house and just bring the strange girl? This could turn out any kind of way. We both looked at each other like that. It seemed weird. Anyways, we decided to give her a ride to the bus station, which was the long distance bus. It's called the Greyhound. She had bought a bus ticket and she was on her way out of town to another state. Her story was that her mom, who owns the house that they live in, had moved out of the house. Mortgage had not been paid in about 4 months. The bank was coming back to take the house. Her mom, a white woman, was in Jamaica, went to Jamaica and was supposed to be visiting a Rastaman in the hills, and her mom ended up deciding that she doesn't know when she's returning to the United States of America. So her and her brothers are now in the house. They have been forced to find work and all this other stuff, and they are of legal age, but they are pampered children. So now they're facing a reality without mom. The only downside, I think, was that they're about to lose that beautiful house, but still, it's the same kind of story. She meet a Jamaican man, she gone in the hills, alright? And she go get her floggings on a daily basis, and eat some good ital food, and relax herself from the stresses of living here. And that think I go on. Anyhow, this mother, though, was responsible for bringing the kids to Jamaica, moved in with her man, and left the children with their grandmother, who provided little to no help in getting them back to the UK. Now, Akim told the court that at age 15, he visited the British High Commission to get information on how he and his sibling could return to England, but was told that he needed a parent to act on his behalf. Now, mommy gone with our man. They're too busy lovey-doveying, and she has no time for them. The clerk of court, however, contended that as adults now, they were old enough to have returned home now on their own. So people are going to ask, when am I going to live? How are they going to get by? Listen, we're talking about England. I can guarantee you that they will be received with open arms because they are born citizens. They're going to get a place to live. They will be just fine. And then they're probably going to get a government flat, which is an apartment for themselves, and so on and so forth. They'll probably be put into training, free of cost, mind you, work programs, and gained employment, higher education, all that other stuff. It would be lovely if that is what people had to look forward to if we flipped this around. Anyways, I'm just telling you what they have to look forward to. However, so the clerk of court said that they're grown adults now and they can go back on their own now. However, Akeem rebutted that they were unable to purchase plane tickets, as right now they're even unable to obtain work in Jamaica because they have no documentation in Jamaica. This is how he spoke. Listen, remember, the boy had been in Jamaica for a long time. So don't think they speak with no British accent. A beer pot of them talk. The brother said, we try go get work, but nobody to bring us. But we try go get work, but nobody not hiring us because we don't have any Jamaican papers. And my brother is a truck him get a work pan. And my plan was to get a work too and save up some money to buy a ticket so we can go back to England, but we get pick up. You see it? That's what he said, right? After confirming the British High Commission would be responsible for funding their travels, Senior Parish Judge Vaughan Smith, who presided over the case, approved their removal order, and no date has been set yet as to when they will be sent back to the UK. Now this, I hardly call this a deportation. This is more like sending them back to the UK. In the grand scheme of things though, it kind of makes me think of all the opportunities they had missed out on. Remember, these are born British citizens. So even if they were to have taken the wrong path down in life and gotten in trouble, it's not like they could have been deported anywhere else. They would have had chances at recovery, chances at redemption. You know what I'm saying? To think of on the up end though, how much they would have excelled had they been raised in the UK and Mummy had not followed somebody to Jamaica and gone off to live her lovely life without caring about her children. Now they're 24 and 26 years old. Well, 24 and 26 is about right where life really starts. It's never too late, and definitely at this age, it is early, right? So I wish them all the best. And I think the updated story is that they have already been sent back to the UK. I was doing some searches on it, but I could not find it. Also, I noticed how the media houses, both in the UK and in Jamaica, were very careful to not publish any pictures of these brothers' identity, so no one knows who they really are outside of the story, what they really look like, etc., etc. I wish them all the best, and I hope they get back to the UK, and I hope they make up for lost time, make the best out of their life, right? What do you think about this story right here? Do you think that this is something that often happens? Do you think that their mom was foul for doing this? In a sense, what she did was she sacrificed her children's lives. She could not have left them in the UK, because if she did, the state would have taken up on that, and she probably would have gotten in some trouble unless she had turned them over to state care, etc. Instead, she brought them to Jamaica, left them with their grandmother, who was incapable of doing much for them, and went off to live her life with her new man. Leave your comments in the comment section below. These kind of stories really do always amaze me. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this one. And if you were these two brothers, What would you have done? It's SouFLoTV, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You know the rest. I'm out. Peace.